The laser beam, famous for being present in all science fiction stories, is nowadays a usual part of daily life. When we listen to music from a CD, when we buy something in any store, when we give a talk in public, or when we log to internet. Even when we get an eye surgery, all that needs the use of a laser beam. What is the meaning of the word laser? What is a laser beam? We learned in school that all things are made up of atoms, tiny solar systems where some negative particles spin around a positive nucleus. Such negative particles, called electrons, spin around the nucleus in fixed orbits, which draw concentric circles around the nucleus. The orbits close to the nucleus have different energy levels than those away from the nucleus. Light is made up of microscopic particles called photons. In some materials, such as ruby, when a photon beam from outside the crystal hits an atom, it will excite it. So, the inner orbit electrons are forced to jump to an orbit with a greater energy level. This makes the electron unstable, and it quickly returns to its former position, and it emits a photon on the way back. This is called spontaneous emission. Now, if two photons hit the atom, the excited electron jumps 2 levels and gets more energy. When it goes back to its home position, it emits 2 identical photons. This is called stimulated emission. This is a different kind of light. A light with a single color, a single wavelength, and a single phase. This makes the light waves coherent, and they can travel huge distances without dispersion, whereas common light gets dispersed as it travels through space. All vibrations reinforce each other and can travel together as an extremely narrow beam. This is called coherent light. One of the first practical lasers was built from a ruby round bar with mirrors at both ends. A photo flash lamp was around the ruby bar. When the photo lamp flashed, the intense light would excite the ruby atoms and would push electrons to higher energy level orbits, launching the laser effect. The 2 mirrors, one of them partially silvered and the other fully plated, the laser light would bounce from one mirror to the other and kept stimulating other atoms, creating a very powerful beam which finally would leave the ruby through the partially silvered mirror. This phenomenon was termed light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. The acronym for this phrase gave birth to the word laser. This coherent beam can burn a hole in a metal plate depending on the power generated. Although it has many applications in medicine, industry, and daily life. I hope you will find this clip useful. Thanks for watching and please subscribe.